As I see it, everything in gender is mirrors. In my previous video, I explained how the glass ceiling is mirrored by the glass floor, and how both the glass ceiling and the glass floor are part of the deal, the gender deal, a deal that woman and man concocted together in equal partnership. But that left us with an important question. If woman was equal partner in creating and maintaining the deal, why then does woman now reject the deal? What changed? The basic feminist perspective has been presented for thousands of years. Plato makes mention of it in the Republic, written 2,300 years ago. And yet, only 100 years ago, feminism was pretty much what it had always been, a cult, passionately advocated by a few, but largely rejected by mainstream men and women. So again, what changed? Well, in a word, everything. Everything changed. Technology in the wake of the Industrial Revolution radically and fundamentally changed our human world. In the world of women, reproductive and domestic technologies, together with a vast expansion of the service industries, went a long way toward freeing women up. For the first time in history, the traditional female role could be planned through the use of effective birth control and eased through the use of everything from dry cleaners and daycare to vacuum cleaners and microwave ovens, as compared with the days of plucking chicken feathers and drawing water from the well. Suddenly, the homemaking and career no longer seemed like quite such mutually exclusive endeavors. In the modern world, a woman might do both. Meanwhile, in the world of men of the 1950s and 60s, there evolved such unprecedented elements as unions, paid vacations, job security, annual raises, paid medical coverage, workers' compensation, worker safety, and worker morale, all of which went a long way toward rendering the workaday world of men far more genteel and lucrative, safer, cleaner, less arduous, and therefore more suitable and far more appealing to women than it had ever been before. For the first time in history, machine power took the place of muscle power, and women's strength disadvantage was rendered insignificant. It's no random coincidence that women chose the midpoint of the 20th century as the right time to liberate themselves. It was under all these unprecedented circumstances brought on by technology that women, not just a few women, but women in general, first began to support the feminist position. With the sisterhood thus unified in that way, men were shoved aside in a few decades, an historic blink of an eye. In the brutal past, when life for most was a struggle just to survive, arguably, protection was the single most valuable commodity one could have. Women were willing to give up a lot for it. But as the world modernized, protection lost much of its value. Women no longer used up power securing a relatively soft and safe environment for themselves and for their children, because the environment of modern America was pretty soft and safe as it is. The glass floor that had been so prioritized in the past was no longer such a priority. So woman, no longer using up power to be protected, redirected her immense power toward breaking through the glass ceiling. So women committed themselves to entering at all levels the newly and vastly improved world of men. We can cut through the haze and see the true magnitude of female power clearly when we consider how quickly change came. The moment conditions were right, female solidarity was achieved, women made the collective decision to enter the workplace and begin changing it to their liking. Part-time work, flexible work, paid maternity leave, extra safety measures of all kinds, political correctness, sexual harassment lawsuits, on-site childcare, and so on. Women now comprise the majority of the workforce, a slight majority of all administration and management positions, a far majority of all academic degrees, and young, never-married women now far out-earn their male counterparts. Woman powerless? No coup in history ever encountered so little resistance, nor effected a shift so dramatic, rapid, and bloodless. It was technology, not ideology, that freed women from biology as destiny. Arguably, feminism contributed not a whole lot more than a rather strident soundtrack to changes that technology had rendered inevitable. Feminism's male power, female victimization paradigm is half of gender reality presented as if it were gender reality in its entirety. It all balances out is the one gender truth deepest in both quantity and quality of truth. It is the future of gender politics. This concludes The Glass Floor Part 2. I'm Tim Goldich. Thanks for watching. I invite you to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Thanks.